Well, today's relaxing stroll is in the Wollemi National Park. One day I will just go and walk where everyone else does, but it's actually a nice day for walking. Forecast was supposed to be hot, but it's turned out it's overcast and quite mild, so it's going to be a nice day to be walking. Hot tomorrow, which would be good because we'll be down in the gorge and down in the river, already covered in spiders' webs. But yeah, so oops, it's like a you guys can like see that down there. There is like a leaf curling spider. They're kind of cool, sort of wrap a leaf up around themselves as part of their web. Unfortunately, got to go through there, so we'll just move him. We'll just move him out of the way. But yeah, so we are. Me and you, we're heading out for probably 3 days, down along the river and explore a little bit, and just a bit of a relaxing time once we get there. But it is going to be hard going to get down into the river. But yeah, it's my birthday today, so it's a great day to actually, great day to be out here and maybe reflect or mourn another year passing, over happy hour with some whiskey in a beautiful part of the world. So hopefully we get some good footage, and hopefully the weather stays nice, and it's going to be really good. So awesome to push free of all the scrub and bush and that you're fighting through, and then end up right on the edge of a cliff, and you've got stunning views like this behind you, and it kind of reminds us where we are. So we're also going to head out to the end of that ridgeline there, and then descend a really steep spur down into the gorge. So lots of scrambling and lots of exposure, and lots of water at the bottom. It's going to be awesome. Alright, so getting ready to start our descent. We'll kind of track along the cliff line here and then just straight down. And it's kind of like one of those buckle your seatbelts on, we're about to begin our descent type of moments. But it should be good, just a little bit scrambly and exposed. The creek down the bottom there is a little bit higher than I would like. So be interesting to see when we get down there what the actual water level's like, and then reassess how it's going to be travelling along that, or whether or not I just end up camping and then returning back out the same way. So we'll have to have a look at that and see how it goes. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Should be good. It's one of the cool things about steep scrambly descents is at least you get down fast. And that's always pretty cool. Always a nice makes things a little bit more rewarding, I guess. Definitely not the easiest stuff to film and go down, I don't think. Alrighty, so regrouped a little, recovered, had some water, got out of the heat, and the heat's dying off now. So, but yeah, managed to find a place to camp, which is actually not a bad little spot. I guess in all honesty, if this was the plan, I'd be stoked with it. It's funny how that works. But definitely not the plan. I've had a little bit of a look around, and this creek, which maybe I'll take some footage of tomorrow or whatever, which is quite high. It's flowing into the Colo River, so I'm a little bit concerned that if this is that high, the Colo is going to be higher, and the places I want to get to probably going to be problematic. So I will change my plans a little bit, and I will just camp here tonight and probably head back out the same way I came in, which unfortunately a lot of bush bashing and not what I'd envisaged, but so I do like coming out the other way, but yeah, it'll still be a nice enough night. I'm gonna settle in now that I've sort of got the tent pitched and found the spot that seems reasonably safe. From falling branches, there's lots of fallen stuff actually. Lots of just fallen trees or eucalypts dropping some pretty big branches and stuff like that in this area. So it's this place seems alright, which is good. But yeah, I think I'll just settle in, have a whiskey, some cheese and crackers, and read my book. I think I'm probably going to have an early night, I think, so I'm probably just gonna go sit on a rock and relax. Should be nice. I'll probably check in with you guys in the morning. So just I've already been up, had a bit of an explore, had a bit of a wander, collected some spider webs with my face, and yeah, now I'm just gonna pack up, just gonna head back out the way I came in, and it's really hot and really muggy already, so just plod along, take plenty of water, and just try and take it easy. I'm pretty sure I'll see a lot more of the ascent than I did the descent, because I'm definitely will be going slow. It is very steep, but yeah, it'd be nice to actually knock it off nice and early, and then settle into the bush bash back towards the car. But yeah, the little wander along the creek this morning kind of definitely highlighted how high it is, and it's pretty substantial rapids just up the creek as well, so just reaffirms my decision that maybe this isn't the right time for me to be pushing along the Colo River, and there's probably a good chance I wouldn't be able to get across where I wanted to, so yeah. Anyway, so we'll pack up and we'll get going. So I am slowly grinding my way up this pass for a couple of reasons, I guess. It's really steep. It's also it's a bit of a full body workout, this one. So normally I'd have trekking poles out on something this steep, but you're often scrambling and they just kind of get in the way. But I did also want to, I think I wanted to take my time this time around. I flew down here on the way in, and I kind of wanted to give this pass the appreciation it deserves. So I'm definitely taking it slow. I mean, the views, as you can see behind me, it's stunning. So I'm trying to make the most of the views on the way up, and definitely using the shade to rest up a little bit, because it's very hot, very humid. I'm like sweating buckets, and my eyes are constantly full of sweat, and it's so it's nice to actually just stop and cool down a little bit and soak in sort of the reason why I'm out here. It is stunning. Well, here we are, obviously at the top of the pass. I decided to come around and get a little bit of a different vantage of the waterways while I was here. So it kind of like reaffirms there's like quite a bit of water in the Colo, so it would have been a little bit of a struggle to get along. But yeah, still raises the question of whether or not I would have been able to access the pass I wanted to. So pretty happy with my decision to walk out. So that's just a matter of getting stuck into the bush bashing, and should be nice. It's definitely nice to have the most strenuous pass out of the way. And it's also nice to actually just plod along and take it slow along that path. So I actually really enjoyed it, despite it being a little bit taxing and hot and stuff. It was an enjoyable process. So just regained the fire trail, so means spider's webs, means instead of getting close to the end, I guess, nearer to the car, which is nice. A nice walk back. Bush bashing was kind of manageable, as was the heat. Took it nice and slow. Bumped into a few gentlemen from bushwalking club. I think it was Coast and Mountains bushwalkers. I think they were heading out to do probably what sounds like a very similar walk to what I had planned. So asking me some questions about the state of the track and whatnot. But yeah, it would have been interesting, I guess, maybe if I would have bumped into them when I was still down the bottom. Maybe it would have been worth pushing on with the walk I had planned, if a bit less risk, I guess, with some other people there. But that's alright. The walk was definitely, I think it was definitely doable, but not the effort or the level of risk that I was looking for this trip, I think. But yeah, they were lovely chaps. Maybe I'll pop a link to their club or something below the video, so if you're looking for a bushwalking club, that could be a good one to check out. Otherwise, nothing else that eventful. I think this last little bit, had a fly try and steal my hat. That was a surprise. He kind of looked big enough that he may have got away with it too, but since I'm still wearing it, I foiled him and sent him on his way. I think I could still see him from about 20 meters away, like lining up, ready to have another crack at it, but it's all good. So the usual stuff. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time, ciao. Well, finito, and I feel like a absolute sweaty mess. If that's something you're into, hit like and subscribe.